You are unconscious, you are unarmed, you are lying on the open ground, and the most practiced hunter in this forest has just walked right up to your face. And it left. You'll want to call that luck. It was a decision. To every single thing with teeth out here, you are the most frightening animal in these woods. You just can't see it. You're asleep. And you have always assumed the scary thing in a forest is the wolf.
I've always had a connection with animals.
You tried to pet a bison.
We made eye contact. It was a moment.
To answer the question properly, we need a volunteer. A human specimen with no survival instinct and total confidence. We found one. Subscribe, by the way. Every animal in this video already recognizes your species on sight. It only seems fair that you recognize the channel.
The plan is simple. I fall asleep, the animals come, we bond.
The animals did come. Kevin was asleep for the good part. Here's the strange part. A wolf reads other animals every second it's awake. A flinch, a bared throat, a run, a freeze, fear, or challenge. It's a whole language, and everything a wolf hunts speaks it fluently. And then there is you. Asleep, you say nothing at all. No fear, no threat, no flinch when it leans in close enough to count your eyelashes. And the best guess anyone has is that to a wolf, an animal showing zero fear starts to read as wrong.
It cannot tell whether you are dead, dominant, or a trap. So it does the sensible thing. It leaves before it finds out which.
It helps that for roughly 8,000 generations, the shape it is looking at has been the shape that carries spears. Your shape. A wolf that gambled on a sleeping human and lost did not get to pass that opinion along. Nearly every wolf alive tonight is descended from the ones who backed away from someone like you.
Told you we'd bond.
It left, Kevin.
You might tell yourself that wolf was a nervous one, a shy wolf. It was not. So Newton ran the experiment that settles it, and it is one of the strangest things anyone has ever played through a speaker in a forest.
First, the most dangerous animal on their continent. Adequate concern. Now, the genuinely terrifying sound.
So anyway, I've switched to a different brand of oat milk, and honestly, the froth is night and day.
You would think that was staged. Scientists ran it for real. Across dozens of species and several continents, wild animals fled the sound of a person talking far more and far faster than the sound of the predator that has hunted their kind for 1,000,000 years. In one run of it, 19 different species, and 95% of them bolted harder from a voice like yours than from a lion. They ran harder from you than from gunshots, and the recording that emptied the field was someone calmly discussing oat milk.
So they respect me.
They evacuate you.
Sit with the shape of that. You have never hunted anything in your life. You buy your dinner in a building with a loyalty card. And every wild creature for half a mile has already filed you, on sight and on sound, under the one animal it fears above all others. You. The one snoring in the bag. Fine, you say. The voice trick is clever. But wouldn't a big enough, hungry enough predator just take the easy meal? So we found the easiest possible meal. We sat Kevin alone in the open next to a cooler of sandwiches, and we waited for a bear.
If a bear comes, I'll simply befriend it.
The bear came. And then something arrived that the bear had not accounted for.
What if we reversed the truck at it?
The bear did the maths. On one side, a soft man with a sandwich. On the other, your species. An unpredictable, coordinated group that has been killing things far larger than a bear since long before there were bears to be scared. A lone wolf is dinner. A pack is a problem. And nothing on earth packs up faster or louder than you and everyone who would come looking for you.
You are also, nutritionally, a disappointment. Pound for pound, you carry about 1/3 of the calories of a boar. A mammoth feeds a village for 2 months. You feed it for lunch. The bear would burn more chasing you than it could ever get back.
So you sit in the sweet spot no prey animal wants to be in. Too much trouble to catch, too little reward to bother. Backed by a species with a documented habit of coming back for revenge. You're protected because eating you is, on every measure, a bad trade.
See? He liked me.
They scared him off, Kevin.
Now for the one that fills your feed. The videos where a wild animal walks right up to a person, looks them dead in the eye, and seems to ask for help. Kevin has a favorite.
A raccoon chose me. It came to my back door and it looked at me. It knew I was the one.
It chose the bin.
It chose me.
The bin was behind you.
Newton is right, and it stings. You have seen the video where the fox walks right up to the camera. Was it asking you for help? Almost every animal that seems to run to a human for help is a frightened creature bolting towards the nearest gap in a bad situation. And the nearest gap happens to be a person. You are the exit it sprinted through. Comforting, isn't it? Except once. There is a wild animal that will come and find you and deliberately recruit you. It is a small brown bird called the greater honeyguide. It flies down, it makes a specific chattering call it uses for nothing else, and it waits until you follow. Then it leads you, tree by tree, to a wild bee's nest hidden somewhere you would never have found. You open the nest, you take the honey, and the honeyguide, who cannot get through the wax alone, finally eats the part it wanted all along. And it runs both ways. Make the right callback, a little trill and a grunt, the honey hunters hand down, and you roughly double the odds a bird comes to lead you. You have a phrase book for a species of wild bird, and you didn't even know. Nobody taught it this. Nobody trained it. In one corner of the world, a wild bird and someone like you worked out on their own that they are better as a team. That one is real, and that one you get to keep.
That's beautiful.
It is. The raccoon still chose the bin.
So predators leave you alone. Which raises a fair question in the other direction. If you're the apex horror of the forest, why don't you eat them? You eat cows, you eat chickens. Why not a nice wolf steak, or bear, or a lion for special occasions?
There is only one way to know if wolf is edible. We test it. On me.
Thank you, Professor. The reason you don't is written into the food chain itself, and its chemistry. Every step up the chain, an animal eats the animal below it and keeps a little of the poison that came with it. By the time it reaches your plate, it has been stacking for years. The mercury and the long-lived industrial poisons that behave like it, they don't leave, they stack. A predator has spent its whole life eating things that ate things, so it carries the concentrated total of every meal beneath it. Eat the top of the chain, and you drink the whole cup. It's worst out at sea, in the things that ate the fish that ate the fish. A seal is a cup you really do not want to drink.
There is also the matter of what lives inside a bear. Trichinella. Small worms, extremely loyal. Bear, boar, wolf, seal, wildcat. Black bear is the worst of them. Someone got worms from bear jerky in 2024. The menu that bites back.
And even setting the poison and the parasites aside, predator meat is tough and stingy with its calories. Your body knows. All that work, all that risk, for a stringy, toxic, worm-flecked disappointment. Your body may have worked this out far sooner than you did. That flicker of no when you picture the meal might just be a million years of ancestors who tried it once and did not recommend it. So, here is everything the field study found in one line. Predators leave you be in your sleep because you read as unknowable. Animals for miles flee your voice because they fear you above the lion. Almost nothing hunts you because you're too much trouble and you come with a pack. And you don't eat them because the food chain guards its top shelf in both directions. It is not a law. There are tigers with names and body counts, and the exceptions are exactly why we remember them so clearly. But the default, the dull, overwhelming default, is that you are the thing that gets avoided. Which leaves one conclusion, and it has been sitting quietly under this whole video. You have spent your life certain that in a dark forest, you are the fragile one, the prey, the soft thing that other animals could hurt. You have it exactly upside down. You are the most frightening animal that has ever lived. Others are stronger, others are faster, none is more feared. And every creature out there learned it long before you were born, and has been quietly arranging its whole life around avoiding you. So tonight, when you're asleep somewhere quiet, and something out in the dark decides one more time that you are not worth it, you will never know it happened. You'll just wake up in the morning, safe and slightly cold, and completely unaware that you are the scariest thing for miles. Sleep well. Everything else is.
I think one's coming to bond.
Go to sleep, Kevin.